Hey guys, this is Foolish Mortal 42 back with some more World of Warcraft. So the pre-patch for Burning Crusade hit last week on the 18th. It is now the 23rd. I've finally gotten a day off and I'm going to play a little bit, but of course there is a maintenance and it's going to be about an hour, hour and a half. So I'm just going to make one big video and we're going to play around and have some fun. So on Bloodsail Buccaneers, we were with Rare Spawn there for a while and had quite a bit of fun, but we have changed servers over to Windseeker, which is a bit of a higher population. And hopefully I can get logged in. Continuing with our medication themed names, I have made a Blood Elf Paladin named by Axon. Thanks to Mrs. Foolish Mortal for coming up with the name. Ask her, I said, do you think you can figure out a good name for a character that's medication related? Because I was just drawing a blank. And she was like, how about by Axon? And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I have activated and updated some of my add-ons, but not all, so we will see if we're going to have some issue.
For nearly 7,000 years, the High Elves cultivated a shining, magical kingdom, hidden deep within the forests of northern Lordaeron. But 5 years ago, the undead Scourge invaded Quel'Thalas and drove the elves to the brink of extinction. Led by the evil Death Knight Arthas, the Scourge destroyed the mystical Sunwell, thereby severing the elves from the source of their arcane power. Though the scars of that conflict are evident, the remaining elves have banded together and retaken much of their homeland. Calling themselves Blood Elves, these grim survivors are committed to regaining the vast powers they once commanded. Inspired by the leadership of their beloved prince, Kael'thas Sunstrider, the Blood Elves now seek new sources of arcane magic and the means of defending their land against the undying horrors of the Scourge. As one of the few surviving Blood Elves, you must master your thirst for magic and help shape the destiny of your people.
Whoa! We're back, baby. Oop, get my fingers on the right keys there. Alright, so this is by Axon, our slightly anime-esque character here. So we're probably going to... excuse me. Of course, we don't have access to our talents yet. But just kind of going over, we have Holy Light. Which is a heal. Seal of Righteousness. 30-second buff to add 6 holy damage. Mana tap, let's see, reduces target's mana by 51 and charges you with arcane energy for 10 minutes. You can do this up to 3 times. Silence all enemies within 8 yards for 2 seconds. You gain 12 mana. So that's actually kind of handy. If you're playing like a warlock or something like that. I think they removed that in later versions of the game. So yeah, apparently none of my add-ons load out of date, and like everything still is just not. I know I got that going. Maybe. If not, we'll just go back to normal. And I'll work on it. Let's go with a glass. Yeah, I like that glass better. Adjust. What's that look on the screen? We'll adjust these. And we are melee. We'll go 4 bars. That might actually be a little too big, I think. Let's see. I didn't actually plan on doing this. Scale. That is not what I wanted. Let's try just going to a profile and go with. I think this one will work. Yeah, but it's still too big. Oh, there's UI scale. Oh no. I'm gonna have to fix that. I just stopped the recording. I will adjust that. Okay, that's better. Excuse me.
What business have you?
Hi, Max, and I hope you're ready to get to work because there's much for you to do here on Sunstrider Isle. Ever since the destruction of the Sunwell by Arthas and the Scourge, we've been a race adrift in a sea of uncertainty. We teeter on the edge of oblivion. This will change, Paladin. You will learn and aid our recovery at the same time. The sooner you begin your education, the better for us all. There is little room for error, so listen closely. The burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sunspire here, have long been used to power the island's experimentations. The Manaworms were their guardians, but the Scourge invasion of the Quel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. There's little choice but to thin their numbers for reclamation. Do this, then return to me.
Be ready for anything.
Alright, our first quest. So yeah, there's going to be like a blue million paladins, so oh well. We don't have any ranged attacks yet. And we will need to auto loot. We should get Am I just like lagging? No. Hmm. We don't have judgment yet, which I think judgment like releases the seal. There we go. And then it changes depending on which seal you got, I think. It has been a little while since I've played old school Paladin. Enable. Well, everything is just got a little screwed up because I've got some old mods. So. Or not mods, but add-ons. Yeah, I tagged that. Yeah, see, there's like, but you know, there's not as many paladins as I thought there would be. But I hope everybody will enjoy this playthrough. I know I have been looking forward to this for a while. Alright, so we leveled up to level 2. Let's go back and turn in this quest. And then she will send us into our Paladin trainer, and we should get our first...
State your business.
You have successfully completed your first task. For that, you are to be congratulated. Such success gives me faith that we will turn out better than those young blood elves who fail to heed the lessons of their masters. Continued success will be rewarded not only with knowledge, but also with tangible rewards as well. Your effort has made something clear that honestly I wish were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystals has blind a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. We must now take on a more unfortunate measures to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes will have succumbed to the influence of the crystals, and they must be put down. Bring their collars back, and as I may yet be able to fashion a magical restraint to turn some back from being uncontrolled.
The reckoning is at hand.
Paladin training. As you advance within your class, you will want to take advantage of the training that your class trainer can provide you. For young paladins here on Sunstrider Isle, your trainer is Gesthinus Sunstriker. Sorry, speak to Gesthinus and see what training he has available for you. The things he will teach will have a cost, so bring some coin with you. Alright.
Shorel Oran.
And a bunch of quests opens up. Demon Trader. There is a vendor somewhere. Yeah, here we go.
Do not loiter.
Yep, no bags yet.
The reckoning is at hand.
87 copper. So usually in the old school, we would get like a little thing, like a note. I see the pride swelling in your chest. Already you fancy yourself one of the Blood Knights. In time, you will earn your place among us, but first you must learn to harness and master the powers of the light. Own your skills at arms and prove your worthiness. You must be prepared to endure the derision, fear, and revulsion of those you've sworn to defend. So it is among those who can't comprehend the price of the great power that safeguards them. Keep your head high and your blade at the ready. Well, Watcher Selenian. For now, I need you to do something. Well, Watcher Selenian is in need of your services. You would do well to ingratiate yourself with him. He awaits you at the exterior platform that the ramp in this chamber leads up to.
The reckoning is at hand.
Alright, let's see what we got first here. Devotion Aura. And then Holy Light 2. Divine Protection. And that's a bubble. Blessing of Might. This blessing increase your attack power for 10 minutes. And then Judgment at level 4. And then Seal of the Crusader, which gives us increased attack power and 40% faster attack. And then with Judgment, unleashing the Seal's energy will judge them for 20 seconds, increasing holy damage. So basically you do Seal of Crusader, and then Judgment, and then switch over to Seal of Righteousness.
Remember the Sunwell.
And it kind of like stacks up. My second computer decided to flip. Okay. So yeah, I'll work on some of these.
The dark times will pass.
The Sunspire held a beautiful vantage of the Sunwell once. Our lives have been turned upside down by accident. We nonetheless carry on. It is our way. We are survivors. If you are to survive this upheaval, to carry on in your own right, then you must learn how to survive. All Blood Elves must do this. You master your insatiable hungering for magic before it masters you. Right. Day after day I stand here watching, waiting. I've been accused of dwelling too much on our past while my eyes look to the horizon. But it is my firm belief that each visitor to this island should honor those who have sacrificed all so that they may continue to do so. Death from our Sunstrider was our first king. He led us here from Kalimdor through the Maelstrom. Seek out his shrine to the west and do not return to me until you have read the plaque upon it in his honor.
Farewell. State your business.
With all the chaos... Sorry, I have got... Spring in Kentucky. It is horrible. I haven't had a chance to collect my belongings. I've left outside at various places on the Isle. I must maintain my vigil over the Sunwell here, or the lack thereof. So I ask you to collect them in my stead. I need my scrying orb, my scroll of Scourge magic, and my journal. Use this satchel for some extra space, as my things are rather bulky. Turn them to me, and I'll give you a little something, for the effort. And you can keep the satchel as well. Yay!
Shorel
We will persevere.
A fistful of slivers. It's a shame that we have lost control of many of the creatures on the island. This was once a tranquil place of study and research. Now it's all we can do to keep from being attacked by our own creations. I'm going to offer you a chance to receive a magical boon. Ooh. Magical boon. For some collecting work on your part. Bring me a stack of arcane slivers that are found on the mana-using creatures of Sunstrider Isle, and I will cast a spell on you that should aid your adventures.
Salama Ashalanore.
Victory lies ahead.
Knowledge is power. True power, my young friend. You'll be wise to acquire as much of it as you can, and pay proper heed to those who have already done so. For the raising of the Sunwell, we fooled ourselves into thinking we had neared the apex of our civilization. It took the scourge to bring us to our knees, and in a way, back to reality. There is only one lesson you deign to remember from your time on Sunstrider Isle. Let it be this: control your thirst for magic. It is a thirst unending. You must absorb energy to survive via mana tap. You must control how you release it via arcane torrent. Failure is to become one of the wretched, hopelessly addicted and insane. Seek out creatures on the isle that have mana and mana tap them. Learn to master your cravings of power. When you have sufficiently fed, return to me.
Stay
So
the
we're
course.
kinda like vampires, I guess? Whoops, I lost my mana tap and arcane. I don't know if these guys... Yeah, they have mana, yeah. Okay, so we have kitty cats to kill, but not these little kitty cats. These kitty cats. Yeah, I've got to remember not to hit my record button. Mr. Floppy Ears here. Ooh, chain pants. Yeah, you end up getting that green chain. It's actually a pretty neat look. Wow, we're picking these up pretty quickly. Quest log experience. Oh, that's neat. I wonder when they added that in. So that tells you, like, if you turn in all of the quests that you've got, it will show you how much of a bump you get. That is interesting. Yeah, usually these haulers are like the big hard thing to get on this island. They must have adjusted that. Aww. I spoke too soon. There we go. That is one quest done. So normally I would say don't turn in a quest until you've got all your quests done, but since we're right here, we'll go.
Anaria Shola.
It gives me no pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts. While in times past we have lived in relative harmony with the woodland creatures, these are different times. The first order of business for all Sin Dorei is survival. Make sure you remember that. The tower and surrounding areas should now be relatively secure, though only for the time being. You have done well in providing us with a buffer of security, but we will need to reassert control over the entire isle if we are to survive here in the long run. You are to report to my assistant, Lanthan Paralon. He will instruct you on what needs to be done next. While we here at the Sunspire will continue to rein in the burning crystals, you will be focused on a more pressing matter concerning Valtherin Academy. Lanthan will explain fully when you speak to him. All right.
We will have justice.
Ah, very close. Yeah, we don't get training at level 3s. So now we have level 2 of Manatee. There we go. So when we get all of these quests taken care of, let's see, there should be a thinking he had a one of his belongings was over here. Apparently not. Let's see, maybe it is at the other thing.
Anaria Shola.
Right. Magistrix Arona told me you would be along quick enough, Baxon. The Valtherin Academy to our west, the huge floating building with the ornate spires, is in bad shape. You're going to be leading the effort to recapture it from one of the wretched, a blood elf who has forever succumbed to their basest cravings. Hope you're ready to work. This is not only going to be a lesson about danger, but also of what happens when you forsake the realities of who
Keep
you
your
are.
wits about you.
And we will get a one-handed sword. Before sending you to the academy, I want you on another task that needs to be dealt with immediately. Once used to aid us in the gardening of Sunstrider Isle, the bestial tenders now have grown out of our control. Clear them out with due haste, but be warned their lack of control has made them aggressive. It is such aggression that forces us to put down these once gentle servants.
We will have justice.
I know that he has his belongings are somewhere over here. Aha, his journal. So his journal, his magic scrying orb, and a scroll. My cat is insane. I think this is the... Oh, maybe this is where the orb is. Barrel. And these guys are our first aggressive enemy. Aha. I'm wanting to say his riding orb. Is down here. Not that they were casting, but... Yeah, paladins. They're kind of awesome. Oh wow, I've got to kill a bunch of these. And the little magical rooms, I love that. And I've always really liked the architecture. I mean, it's just really, you know, very interesting. It's, you can kind of see a little bit of the influence of the Night Elves. Because even though they've built these big cities and all of these structures, still very outdoorsy. Their buildings are kind of open, tall spires. Because, you know, that's where they came from. Yeah, the history of the Blood Elves and the Night Elves, I like that lore. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I had an ulterior motive to come over this way. Alright. You have discovered the location of the shrine. Upon further examination, you sense a stronger pulse of the strange power that has gripped the isle. You feel a bit uncomfortable standing by the shrine and perhaps a little disturbed. The bronze placard along the side of the shrine reads, "Here stands the Shrine of Death Ramar, a fitting tribute to a noble elf. Let all who gaze on this monument remember his sacrifice against the scourge and his dedication to the cause of our continued survival. All who prosper and quell their loss do so thanks to him." Let's remember that for later, shall we? So everybody, well, not everybody, but the chat, one of the big things is getting somebody to boost you through dungeons. So basically you level to level 10, and then you basically start going to the various dungeons, and you have people run you through them over and over again just to gain experience. So if you've got like a secondary account, which is an idea, like I could actually boost myself. I can. Anyway, you could basically just take like a high-level character, and even though it's taking a bit of that experience away, you're killing everything so fast. It kind of counteracts that hit to your experience gain. So that's what a lot of people are doing right now, basically to get their characters to level 60, like these, especially the Blood Elves. But we're not going to be doing that because I like to play the game. Let's see, we need, a bunch of the little ones. We'll have several quests to turn back in. Aggression, which is what we're working on, and his belongings. And I think that it is, I think it's down here. A scrying orb, that is. Yep, there it is.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, you could if you wanted to. Oh, I can't equip a bag while I'm in combat, really?
Inventory is full.
Yay! An extra bag. Yeah, I kind of miss the these short-term, like really good buffs, like the ones that the shaman have. Like you have to kind of like stay on top of your buffs a bit. All right, let us go. Get a level, or maybe two, because that's... Yeah, 5 quests to turn in. That's the key to like rapid leveling, is you try and get as many quests done at the same time, and then just do them all. Like, do all your turn-ins, and you'll get like a big chunk. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it saves you a lot of running.
Yes.
With the deaths of the tenders, while the deaths of the tenders give me no joy whatsoever, it does show me that you're ready for the most important task you'll do here on Sunstrider Isle. Take this and put it to good use. Even that one-handed is a little bit better, but I can't use stabs yet. Ding. The prey of our people resides atop Valthrin Academy to the southwest. Valrindrin is his name, and he was banished from Blood Elf lands for failing to heed the warnings of our teachers and elders. He is the worst of our society. as he lives only to feed his insatiable magical addictions. Refused to learn control, he is a shell of his former self, one of the wretched, and he is a threat to the Sunspire.
Time is of the essence.
Alright, so we are level 4, so we can grab some... I'm having some... light issues there.
What business have you?
Thirst unending. You've done well today, Bags, and your willingness to learn shows that you may very well rise above the unyielding cravings of you must endure as a blood elf. Rest not on your laurels, but instead seek to master what you haven't learned. Only through diligence will we as a race survive.
Hold your head high.
Yeah, I don't think I picked up any... I will equip that shield. Whoops, let's sell stuff.
Do not loiter.
I mean, it's not going to give us, like, a ton.
Keep your wits about you.
We will need that for training. If I remember correctly, you actually run a little short. Many of the creatures here on the Isle were at one point bound into non-aggression and complacency by our magical skills. When the Scourge destroyed the Sunwell, our hold over these creatures shattered. Arcane slivers are the remnants of the control we once had, and as such might be usable in fashioning a new device to aid us in regaining their control. Splendid. These will do nicely. I've been doing quite a bit of thinking on the current malaise Sunstrider Isle suffers under. One possible course of action I had pondered was to collect these arcane slivers from the beast on the Isle. In doing so, they could be experimented on. This would provide a potential source of culpability. Anyway, yeah.
The reckoning is at hand.
He gave us Fortitude of the Sin Dorei. Isn't bad. I'm gonna...
Anaria Shola.
Alright, let's go. Blessing of Fight and Judgment. Then we'll be...
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, so Judgment. Unleashes the energy of a seal. Spell on an enemy. Refer to individual seals for judgment. So... Righteousness. Unleashing the seal's energy will cause 20 damage to the enemy. But like I said, debuff with Crusader, and then switch to Righteousness, and then Judge again.
Glory to the Sin Dorei.
Alright. Thank you for sharing your experience at the shrine. First off, you should be commended for your sense of duty and respect. It will serve you well, not only here, but in all of Azeroth as well. As for the odd sensation, it is no doubt a contributing part of the taint that has befallen Sunstrider Isle. We shall keep an eye on it. Thank you for alerting us to it. I got your stuff. Well done. I knew you'd be perfect for the task. Once it's safe to make use of our outdoor facilities on the Isle, I'll be putting these things to good use. Like I mentioned, please feel free to keep the satchel. Also, you may find this piece of armor to be useful. Consider it ample compensation for a task before. Yeah, I guess
we will have justice.
Yeah, so looking pretty. Yeah, oh well. Alright, so we're down to one quest now. And it will almost get us to level 5. And if I remember correctly, this guy... Is there another quest? Seems like I had another... There was another quest I may have missed. Like I said, it has been several years since I've played through this area. So I'm wanting to say that there was a quest to kill these guys. There we go. Whoops. Could have been a little quicker on that. That's a really good interrupt. Well, you have to have mana tap first. Or can you just use 20? Oh wow, really? Eat it. As I was saying, I think that this named mob up here, I'm almost certain he has a pretty good chance of dropping a bag. Valandrin the Banished.
It's too far away.
It's kinda...
I need to get closer.
Yeah, on Classic Burning Crusade, you don't get the Captain America shield until... Ooh, there it is. I knew there was another quest. You found an odd sliver of crystallized mana on the corpse of the tainted arcane wraith. The sliver is different than the others you may have seen in that it is dark and sinister looking as the wraith you looted it from. Just holding it gives you a sense of unnatural foreboding. Arcanist Hellion at the gazebo just might be someone who would have a use for the sliver.
Take heart. Your friends will not long mourn your passing.
I like his outfit. Whoops. Yeah, I should have hit Arcane Torrent instead of that. Yeah, he's not that tough. You can run down or basically jump off. Splash. Wow. How did that happen? I must have hit the only place that was somewhat deep there. Yeah, so a lot of people took wait. Oh, I'm stupid. And then the other one is... Well, so much for doing this quickly. Alright. Tainted Arcane Wraith. Of course, they're all the way at the top. Oh no, wait, here's one. Alright. Whoops. Alright, so that is, in effect, Sunstrider Isle. The Blood Elf starting area.
We will persevere.
Heed well this warning. Felrindon the Banished is only a symptom of a much larger problem. His demise will solve our immediate concerns, but all Blood Elves share the potential same fate as him if we let our addictions get the best of us. Felrindon's head, you are to be commended. You've succeeded where others, like Felrindon, have utterly failed. Perhaps you are truly ready to be a contributing member of the Blood Elf Society. Your success here means that you are capable of surviving the greater threats that lurk in Eversong, and believe me, there are plenty. Aiding the Outrunners. Magistrix Erona wanted you to head over to Silvermoon City in order to aid our reclamation efforts there. That is, once you've had successfully addressed the situation at Falthrendon Academy. You did not disappoint us. On your way to Falconwing Square, south of here, you should speak to Outrunner Alaron. It is not far from the bridge. Outrunners take care of shuttling goods between here and the mainland, and since you've proven to be so resourceful, we could use your assistance.
Shorel Aran.
Alright, so we kind of getting that somewhat classic Blood Elf look. I'm not sure why my light radius is doing that.
Glory to the Sin Dorei.
From your demeanor, you seem to be on a matter of some urgency. Is there something specific? This is most interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean more disturbing than anything else. Our efforts to reassert control over the Isle in the time following the destruction of the Sunwell have been a challenge. I suspect that whatever foul source is corrupting the Isle is at the heart of it all. This sliver may be of some aid in uncovering what's really going on.
Time is of the essence.
Gave us a little bit more.
Choose wisely. Death to all who
so we
oppose
are
us.
not level 6 quite yet, which is unfortunate. I was hoping we would be a little closer. I mean, you get, yeah, I don't think that, I guess I could go down to the Spire and grind out, but I think that would probably just take too long. And I think that there is a Paladin trainer at Falcon Wing, so we'll just go down there. But yeah, I'm really excited for Burning Crusade, and actually my internet is behaving for once. Yeah, so what a lot of people did, of course I'm new to the server, so I don't have any money over here, or bags, but what a lot of people had been doing was buying gray items, and then having like run speed enchant, and then like a level 0 sword enchanted with flaming weapon, so that they basically have a really consistent damage. And then they just leveled with that. Well, hello there, Paladin. I heard that a resourceful young blood elf formerly in the service of Magistress Arona might be making their way down here to help us outrunners out. We certainly welcome the help, especially from someone who's proven to be so competent. I hope you're interested in running an errand or two for us. It's hard work being an outrunner between Sunstrider Isle and Falcon Wing Square. Tight deadlines, long hours, and worst of all, the wretched. Ready to kill you for a few mana crystals. Unfortunately, I think that's what happened to the last outrunner we sent with one of Arona's packages. I see you're eager to prove yourself. Venture into Dawning Lane and see if you can find any traces of our outrunner.
Be ready for anything.
Alright. So that is about 50 minutes, and I think I will go on and call that a video. And in the meantime, I will kind of adjust some of this and see if I can get some more of my add-ons working a little bit better. But I hope you guys will enjoy this. I know some of my followers are more State of Decay people, but you know, it's fun. It's a fun change of pace for me. You know, and of course, there's a lot of nostalgia. Burning Crusade is, without a doubt, probably my favorite expansion, and probably because I was in a really good guild at the time, and we really made a lot of progress. We got all the way to Gruul's Lair just on our own, and we didn't need help until we got ready to go into Sunwell content and Black Temple. So that was kind of cool. I got to see some of Black Temple. We got, I don't know, like the first 3 or 4 bosses down pretty good. And I was playing my Alliance characters at the time. I had a Draenei Shaman. Anyway, but I hope you guys will enjoy this, and I will see you guys in the next video where we will do Ruins of Silvermoon, like all of this right in here, and I think that should take about another hour. So I think maybe these missions, I might these episodes might be more, instead of time you know, like, hey, it's 30 minutes, it's time to quit. It might be more like, hey, we finished this section, you know. I think that might be a little bit more watchable to me. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. As always, this has been Foolish Mortal 42. And hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys next time.